off the bat. He's trying so hard. Wow. Let it out. Hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching Oshi Season 2, Episode 3. In the last episode, we had, it kind of came to a blowing point? I don't know. Anyway, it came to the point where the mangaka Abiko took it all out on Goa, the scriptwriter, and she thought like he was just not good enough, and she basically fired him. I mean, not really. She said, you can keep him on, but I'm going to do the work. And she decided that she would write the script and that she would do it justice, and she knows exactly what to do. And I feel she might be wrong about this, but we'll see how that works. And I did feel for God, because he was really trying his best, and it just didn't translate well to her. And I just feel like she's really inexperienced, whereas he is experienced. So for her, it was like so clear that she could do a better job. We'll see if that really turns out that way. Let's get into this episode. Get 50 times more excited and check out my Patreon to watch full Oshinoko reactions or reactions to other shows that you might like. Most importantly, though, I hope you enjoy this reaction. If you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know. Don't forget to support the original content, and let's get into it. Hey, Ruby! Playboy. Yeah, I get that. Absolutely. That's good, funny. Oh, she feels left out again. Yeah, that's really bad. How are they going to fit in all their, rehearsals? What? Because he went out with akane? Oh, he feels so sucked in. Let's go. Aqua right off the bat. Amazing. Come on, let's see some enthusiasm from you. Hmm? Yes. Oh, exactly. Very cool. Oh, Aqua, look at all this praise. I mean, she wanted to see how great it was. Definitely. Is this what they mean when they say stage around? That it's like all around the... What do you want? Where did you come from? Damn! Oh, that's really sweet. That's really cool. Oh my god, they accept the fact that you're spying on them. Well, the fact that he showed up to tell them is fine. She's gonna have to learn. I mean, she's gonna have to try to do it. She's gonna try to do it, and then she'll figure it out. Yeah, that's what I think too. And she doesn't know how to do that. Yes. Mm-hmm. I thought so. I thought so. I thought it would be him. I feel that. I mean, it's insane that he's like so talented and so experienced, and then she comes out of nowhere and is like, he doesn't have an idea of what to do. I mean, what is he gonna do? Yeah, but he explained himself. Yes. What are we doing? Oh my goodness, those girls. He's trying so hard. I feel for him. She's still going to partake. Yeah, I'm not sure what was happening. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I mean, she's doing the script as well. She really cares about it. Ow. Yeah. Oh god. That's so messed up. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it is true. That's harsh, but sure. Yeah, I understand relying on yourself. But sometimes there's just things you can't do. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it has to be hard. But you also want to be happy for her. Yeah. What is it? What is it? She does everything herself. Wow. You are definitely not managing. Oh my god. She is like a perfectionist. Exactly. Oh. Yeah, she has super high standards. I mean, she's been doing it. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It feels like she's very chewy today. Oh, I feel for you, girl. What an insult. Wow. Let it out. I think it was good for them though. They're very honest with each other. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that would do that to you. Yeah, it's good that you let it out with her, I think. She can take it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that was sweet. And yeah, she's watching it again. That was the good part. Yeah, she's seeing it with new eyes. Maybe she can understand that, you know, she has to take the failures with the successes and make the best of it. Yeah, I thought it might be related to that. I wasn't sure though. Okay, we haven't even touched on her trying to do the script. She hasn't even gotten around to it. But she definitely was afforded a new perspective on what it's gonna take from her. I mean, it's so crazy. Like, I know the schedules of, like, everyone in the entertainment industry, I think, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people who, like, do a lot of work, like animators and mangakas, and they have to work, like, crazy, intense hours. And I mean, it takes a toll. It takes a toll, obviously. And she's doing it without assistance. And yeah, it definitely, like, I liked how, what's the name of the, you know, the Sweet Today author? Anyway, I loved how she brought up the fact that it was probably because Abiko didn't know how to interact with people, that she was kind of like just rejecting them you know, for other reasons, and kind of making making the problem about them, even though she knows that she's the one who doesn't know how to like really, like, she's awkward and she doesn't know how to talk to people, so she just like focuses on the work, and then she's like, that's not good enough, and then, you know, they leave, and she's like, they were just not good enough, you know. And I relate a lot to that. Like, I was told that she was going to be like someone, my editor actually told me that, you know, she was his most relatable character. And I mean, and there's a lot of things that, I mean, like, I was kind of half expecting it because of that, and I can definitely see what she's talking about. Like that you have this one specific thing that you feel you're good at, and you're kind of you're confident when it comes to that thing, more or less, and you're kind of almost channel all of your interactions with the world through that one thing, because that's what you know how to do, kind of, and you feel so, you know, out of your depth when it's anything else. And so you're just, you know, all of your interactions, like for her, it's all through the manga, and she's like, I know how to do manga, and you know, that's what I bring to the world. Otherwise, she feels so insecure about herself. So you know, that's her only kind of, like, for her, I think, in her feeling, like, that's her one saving grace. So like, she doesn't have any friends because she doesn't know how to make them, and then she's like, okay, but they don't do manga as well as me. Like, at least I have that to do. Like, and when she talks about manga, that's when she's passionate. That's when she, you know, feels like she can bring herself to the table, because she, you know, she's good at it. She's been told she was good at it. Like, she's holding on to that so fiercely because she feels like she has nothing else. It's really sad, but also really relatable to me, and I guess probably to other people. So I really liked this kind of window into what she feels like, to see her, you know, like, we've seen her in episode 1 and 2. Like, we've seen in episode 1, we've seen her at first as very, very, very awkward, and then there was this twist, and then in episode 2 she came across as so condescending and so full of herself, and she was like, I know what to do. I'll pull the plug on the whole project if you don't let me do, you know, things the way that I want to. And she came across as very, like, unapproachable and scary, like, and sure of herself. And then here we get to see, like, you know, behind the scenes of that, and why, like, she, you know, holds everyone to such high standards, and the fact that, you know, that's all, like, she feels that's all she has. Like, it's kind of like in episode 2 we were kind of treated to the facade, kind of the thing that keeps her kind of going, you know, when she interacts with other people. And here we got to see, like, what, you know, all the insecurities behind that, and also the fact that she, you know, she was already burned kind of by the, by an adaptation, because she loved her senses, like, work so much, and then she saw that adaptation, she was absolutely horrified, and she was like, I'm not gonna let that happen to my work, you know, that's what I have, this, you know, this manga that I do, that I dedicate my whole life to, is the only thing I have to, like, I will make sure, if it's the last thing I do, I will make sure that it's good. I mean, her self-value is fundamentally tied to how good her work is, so she can't allow herself to have anything less than perfect. She can't allow herself, she can't allow anyone else, you know, tied to her to do less than perfect, because she said even her fans will abandon her if she, you know, lets up the quality of her work. Like, she feels she has no value besides this one project that she has, and you know, and it has to be absolutely perfect. And it's crazy. I mean, already her, like, the expectations from, you know, someone who works on this kind of thing are high, and it's already a lot of work. And then she, you know, on top of that, she's just like, I have to do it all myself. It has to be absolutely perfect. And it's just insane. Like, it's going, I mean, we've seen her, like, what she looked like, and, like, sleeping 2 hours a day is insane. And not sleeping at all is even more insane. And I mean, having, like, a whole month where you just do the work yourself, because you can't even, like, take the time to train an assistant and actually, I guess, you know, connect with an assistant. You know, she's so afraid of connecting. Like, she wants it so much, and at the same time, because she wants it so much, she's so afraid, and everything that she, like every interaction that she has is very stilted, and she, you know, she kind of shoots herself in the foot. She'd rather just like pass on the whole experience and just kind of, and just be like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna do everything myself. I won't let anyone disappoint me. And I also, like, not just in terms of the manga, but also in terms of like connecting with them and becoming friends with anyone other than, you know, other than my sensei, because it seems like she has like no interaction with people really on any level. Maybe her editor, but that's also like a very different kind of relationship, obviously. Like, he has to keep her going, he has to agree with everything she says pretty much, which is also like, it's ruinous, like exactly like Kana said, like she knows it on her flesh how bad it is. And also just the idea that, you know, they have to keep making money. Their sole purpose is to keep the manga going as long as possible. Like, what if I mean, sure, but, you know, there is definitely, I mean, I get that, but there's also like kind of a natural end or something where, you know, the work will benefit from not overstepping that end, kind of. Like, you can tell when a story is being juiced for something, and, you know, and it's like, and it needs to be done or something. Yeah, but it's like, that's not really surprising, that aspect of it, but it's just kind of sad that, you know, obviously they compromise kind of like the quality of the work for, or not exactly the quality, but like the good of the story for just making more money and making more of the story, when it's not necessarily what's going to be the best for the story. It was really, really interesting to see into all of that. And again, and not even touch on the script itself. Like, I mean, they did say she was a genius and stuff, at least in manga making, for sure. I don't know if it will translate exactly to script writing. I mean, that was what Aqua was worried about. That is kind of what everyone is worried about, because she doesn't have experience. She just doesn't have experience, that kind of medium. So now she's going to watch the play that Aqua was so enamored with. I do wonder what kind of face he made, and hopefully that will either convince her that Goa might do a good job. I mean, it is his, so that's really good, or at least it will give her an idea of what to kind of strive for, what her script needs to look like, or at least look what her script needs to make use of, because she doesn't even know that, right? I do still have this hope that Goa will come back. And he seems to be doing like even Aqua was really impressed with his work. Even Aqua, I mean, you know. I do hope that maybe he will come back, at least in maybe the form of like helping her, at least, or something. I don't know though. I don't know if you want to. Like, of course, it will be a very different kind of, I guess, relationship if at any point she says like either bring him back or I'm going to work with him or something like that. Like, that's a lot of pride to swallow, to take that step. So I don't know if she will, but I do hope so, because I feel like he deserves it. And you really did come across as so caring toward the story, even if he had to make changes that you know, you might not like appreciate. He had his reasoning for it. He, you know, he obviously can do a good job. We'll see. Anyway, maybe, hopefully, I guess the best scenario would be for Abiko to really be impressed with the play and be like, okay, I do want God to, you know, make this adaptation, make the script. But then again, though, it's not going to change the actual script the way it is right now. So, and she wasn't satisfied with that. So yeah, maybe they do need to communicate. Maybe they can reach some compromise. If they communicate directly with each other, maybe they can reach some compromise that will actually work. And they have to be in a headspace to communicate with each other. And I mean, you know, if like Abiko needs to be, you know, with more humility to go to him to talk about this. So hopefully that can be achieved, maybe. Best case scenario, I guess. And she wasn't like, they told her, oh, it will look good when, you know, when you see the actual acting and stuff. And she wasn't convinced, and she saw the acting, and she saw that, you know, the actors themselves were good, but she was not happy with the script. But it was still like, it was a rehearsal, and I don't know if she actually even saw, well, it doesn't matter. She was impressed with the acting, but maybe, you know, when she sees the setting, like, it could have a different, like, the finished product could have a very different feel to it. But the thing is that it's really hard to make her be able to see it before it's done, you know, and approve it. So anyway, we'll see how it goes, but it's really interesting. it was also interesting to explore just the relationship they have, like Abiko and I'm so sorry that I just totally don't remember her name. Her sensei, basically. Like, just, you know, the fact that her sensei, like, you know, he's a very considerate person. She kind of gives in rather than kind of, you know, stand her ground a lot of times. And it, you know, it hurts that, you know, one of her assistants became so good so fast and stuff, and surpassed her. But at the same time, like, you know, she wants to be happy for her. She wants to support her. She also realizes that she's the only ally she has. So it's really important to her to keep that going, like not to cut ties with her too and just have Abiko be completely on her own, because that would ruin her probably. So yeah, it was interesting to see that, you know, that kind of little like tension where, you know, like you have these feelings, you don't let them out. But then, you know, in that moment when they both kind of lost it and they did let it out and stuff, and they did let out the things they were thinking, but like in the worst way possible, kind of. But honestly, it was good. I think it was like, you know, refreshed the air between them, kind of. Like, also that was kind of what I was talking about when I said that, you know, I appreciated the fact that Abiko, you know, stood her ground, didn't just go quietly and just accepted whatever adaptation was going to be made, and was just like, you know, keeping her head bowed or whatever. She was like, no, you have to do it better and stuff. Like that's what, you know, the sensei did. Like, she didn't say anything, and she was really, really, like, she had a really hard time with the adaptation, or parts of it at least. So there's like, they are both like kind of extremes in a way, I guess. I don't know if the sensei is exactly extreme, but she's like, but to some degree she's rather like not confront anyone or anything like that, and she just kind of let things happen as they will. And then on the other hand, that kind of caused, or it fueled, you know, Abiko into doing the exact opposite and being like, no, I won't let anything like that happen. I will, you know, I will stand my ground. I will not let anyone ruin my work. And you know, in the sense they did say, like, I appreciate that, like, because in my heart I feel the same way. Like, I don't want my work to be ruined by an adaptation. So like, in a way, she appreciate, like, she could look at Abiko from, you know, the sidelines and be like, you know, good for her. Like, you know, kind of, I mean, obviously she could also see how problematic it was, but she could also like appreciate it. So there's definitely like this, you need to maybe find like some kind of balance between just letting them do whatever they want with the adaptation, and also not letting them do anything they want with the adaptation, and kind of controlling every aspect of it. So in some way you have to find a compromise. Some way you have to let people, you know, take your precious work and give it their own interpretation, and you know, the changes that the medium needs it to have and stuff, and you know, there needs to be at least some back and forth that actually is productive, like, and not just, I don't know, not just diluted by, you know, a lot of people in between. That's what I'm hoping for. I guess some talk between Go and Abiko that will be like very different from the first interaction they had, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I really, really like this episode. I do relate to Abiko, and I feel for her. And I hope they pull it off. I hope she pulls it off. I also want her to, like, I think, you know, I mean, I don't know how far it will go with that, but if she gets, like, you know, more connections, or is able to, you know, after this experience it will be able to, you know, be a little more lenient with the people in our life, kind of with more assistance and stuff. And just, we'll see how far it goes with that. Like, even if she makes a connection, with Goa to some degree, like, is able to, you know, see him in a different light, and if they can collaborate in some way, that will be like awesome. I don't know if we'll go that far. I mean, Goa, I think from his side of things, I think he might be open to it. Like, he's a very kind of, like we saw, he there were some things that, like, for instance, he wanted his name to be taken off the credits, and then the producer was like, please don't, and stuff. He's like, okay. Like, he is very, he's kind of more like the sensei in that regard. I guess he's just willing to let things kind of happen as they are, even if he doesn't like it. So he's like more easygoing in that way, even though it kind of comes at, you know, your own expense. But anyway, so I think that from his side of things, you know, this relationship is still salvageable. This, like, the fact that he might agree to work, if he's asked to return, he might agree to it. But it just, I think he needs to be apologized to, though. Definitely. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes from here. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top patrons: Redding Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Stone Tree, Tyrannor, Michael Gabriel, and Shakugan. And to the rest of my amazing patrons, without whose support, I would never be able to do any of this. Thank you so much.